right, welcome back, everybody. Time now to talk about the Heartland Blue Varsity Eagles. To help us do that, their head coach, Karl Hamina. First of all, Coach, great to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back. You've had a special season, but you begin it, you know the kids, you know the coaches. What were your thoughts as you got ready to get started?
Power football. That's what we've played for years, and knowing the kids coming in. But every season's different, so you never know until that first day of practice.
All right, when you're out there and you're getting started, you're getting everybody ready for a year, you're thinking conditioning, you're thinking discipline, you're thinking fundamentals. Your philosophy as you got started?
Myself and my coaching staff is definitely old school. We're about the fundamentals. We're about the discipline. We're about the conditioning, which was from day one forward was conditioning. We're going to be the best conditioned team in the league.
A lot of that stuff's not the fun stuff when it comes to drills and it comes to conditioning in the summer, and the kids are going at it every night. Talk to me about some of the drills that they went through. Maybe did they have a favorite?
Well, one of the things we ran, one of the places that we practiced was a hill. And that I'm sure will be in this highlight film is a hill that we ran, and we conditioned twice during practice. One in the early part of practice, and once at the end just to burn them. And really, they took to it really well. I expected that it would be a grind, but they did very well on that, and it was exciting.
Let's talk about some of the keys that helped you to be successful at the midway point of the season. Start with your offense. What was going right there?
We started, when I first found out our roster this year, and I looked at the names and the kids that we had, my first thought was, again, power football. My vision immediately was wishbone. We're going to run a power backfield, which we did. There's some studs back there with Logan Vish and Aaron Laird and R.J. Bortle and Jake Buchanevich, and then at quarterback Caleb Balgard too. But that core group on an offensive side, I've never had a backfield like that before.
All right, so Coach, you finished the season 9-0. You outscore your opponents 323-38. Not only undefeated, and we're going to get to that last game because I know it was special. We'll get to that in a minute. But not only undefeated, but you beat 4 different Howell teams, and I know that means a lot.
Howell, over the years, has been our nemesis. I've only got a handful of losses total in 12 years, and the majority of those have been to Howell. What I have to say about the Howell program is they're gentlemen to coach against too. They're great coaches, and it's a great rivalry. So beating 4 Howell teams this year, not specifically that it was Howell, but they were good teams.
All right, let me talk to you about Howell Black. So you get to the end of the season, you got 2 undefeated teams, 2 evenly matched teams, and I know as a coach, this is not only a game that you want to see your players compete in, but it's a game that brings about character as they grow.
Absolutely. We had one of our coaches, Bill Hyland, talked about before the game, and he was talking about scripting this game. If you were going to write it down and put it on paper, we had a perfect night. It was mid-50s. It was under the lights at 7 p.m., 8-0 team versus 8-0 team. It was perfect that way when we got to that game. And at halftime, I had to remind them, if we're going to write the script, we got to come from behind to win. That would be a better story.
And we were kids that hadn't been behind before.
I have kids on this team who'd never been behind in a football game. And yes, we were losing at halftime 6-0, and we had to regroup. But what a better story. I mean, if you're going to script it, you got to script it to come from behind.
And as the clock winds down at the end of the 2011 Heartland Varsity Blue season, I'm happy to announce...
Brothers! Brothers! Woo! On three. 1, 2, 3.
To sum up this season, just your thoughts as we get ready to say goodbye to folks, just what it meant to you to not only see the success, but to see the growth in the kids.
That's a tough question. Without getting emotional about it, I mean, I've known them for a long time. And I'm looking forward to what they're going to do from here forward.
That's great stuff, Coach. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. It
Thanks.
was an outstanding season. Want to not only congratulate the coaches and players, but the parents who give their time and make sure the kids are at practice on time all the time. Way to go to everybody. Fantastic season, and everybody played a role.